What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Wednesday, June 8th, 2022. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. I appreciate you all very much. I hope you're all doing outstanding. Let's take a look at the astrology for today. Well, well. We got that moon coming into Libra. Definitely finishing up in Virgo for half, a little bit of almost half the day, but not quite. A little bit of the early morning, kind of like that final touch on things. Could be a little stressful. It is going to trine Pluto and really make a grand trine with Mercury, which is now past Algol and getting ready for its last trine over to Pluto as well. And that's, of course, going to be in these Earth signs. So we're really looking at a lot of physicality, a lot of the things that we're trying to mold our reality into, trying to purify things. And, it could be a humbling experience. It's kind of a moment of a little portal here. I think really trying to understand the value and the things that can be tidied up so that we can go through the transformation, go through seeing the deeper meaning, but staying present at the same time. So it's like, it's just about getting really real. And I think that we do get these insights through it. I think that, there is like light on the other side. And I think that when the moon comes into Libra, it is kind of like this, breath of fresh air and kind of like seeing all the beautiful things that are in your reality, whether it's relationships, the aesthetic of life. It's like all the tidying up that maybe you had to do or reordering or organizing things. Like it almost feels like there's a payoff. And you can get going with like keeping things balanced and keeping things beautiful and like making decisions on how to, keep that up. So I think that it's kind of intense because we're looking at things from these kind of other side angles. So it almost feels like the other side is here and we just went through this kind of portal, if you will. But it's trying to show us where like balance and harmony is at and, to stay excited for that. But the sun's also at 17, which makes this net 8 in Gemini. So, it is definitely, it's like we have to make choices and decisions on what is actually balanced and what is not balanced. People come up big, relationship energy. Venus is getting closer to Uranus, so we're definitely in this wild ride right now when it comes to values and relationships and seeing, which people in our life are, really on the same level with values or if they're not. And, I feel like we're in a interesting place for the next couple days with the moon in Libra of like dealing with other people and what that can, bring up or what the truth of the matter is when it comes to that. And that moon's also going to oppose Jupiter today. So it's definitely trying to show us where this story's going and how to balance that out and, what should be on the scales for us right now and what shouldn't. What's actually beautiful and what's really about your story. So it's this balancing act, of course, with the moon in Libra always, but especially with the opposition to Jupiter of like balancing out your story with the other people in your life and to see if those stories are, weighed out properly, if they're in alignment or if something needs to be taken off or if something needs to be put on, I should say. Um, this also feels like, people are going to act like they really know it all and kind of have to be like, well, do they? And like take the information in and be like, oh yeah, okay, that vibes with me. That's along a deeper, understanding that I have within my soul or not. Um, but yeah, it's just, there's either a lot of beauty because you're kind of in a place right now of like really identifying your story and you're with the right people and the right tribe and the right forces in life that are trying to achieve similar values, or you're realizing there's a lot of polarity in your life because there's really like, values are actually way further apart. And Mars is at 10 degrees, woohoo, square my sun. um, but it is at this 10th degree of Aries, which I think is taking our identity to the next level. It's definitely trying to give us a lot of power, but it's getting closer and closer to Chiron. So, gosh, it's hard to be courageous right now for what you think is right in your life and for what direction you want to go and how to balance that out with people. And by the time we get to tomorrow on Thursday, we're going to see the moon oppose that Mars early in the morning and start to make a trine, start to make trines over to the sun. So there's definitely things building up. I think today's a big balancing act and realizing that the deeper transformation comes through your alignment and it comes through a lot of the people you're around. And if these people are really, benefiting your story or if they're not, and there's like a little bit of like cutting away that's like kind of happening right now, and Venus Uranus building up can definitely be unpredictable relationship aspects happening, things you weren't seeing. It can feel a little cold, and that's building up as well. So there's definitely a lot going on, but there's decisions made for the environment and the relationships right now that are it's very crucial, and it's becoming, and whatever those relationships are. Sometimes with Libra, it's not even people. Sometimes it's just what do you have a relationship to that's throwing you out of alignment, and we have to kind of look at the big picture with Jupiter there and be like, oh yeah, ooh, but then we can not want to, see the truth of it. Also, we can just get so hyper focused on what we think it is. But Saturn's kind of like, well, I've already shown you everything that you can see for now, and if it's not in alignment, it's going to get disconnected from too. So and Mercury's finally, moving off of that square to Saturn. So there is like, things are starting to get moving in a way, but it also feels like a lot of stuff that we've been doing is coming up to show us if what we were trying to go after and make happen, if that was really in alignment or not. And I think that's where it can feel hard, because if we thought something was, really supposed to be there, but it's not supposed to be there, then, we can feel a little powerless and like we're not getting our way. So I feel like today's like, oh gosh, like, is anything going to go my way? Or, wow, I'm really in alignment and things are really going my way and I feel really strong in this moment. So, wishing you the best with that. And I will pull a card. Or three. Shout out to Harley Spencer. Badass Tarot deck. 2. Put out the new. It's a cool deck. All right, we got the 10 of Pentacles today. Wow. Heck, it's almost like we can have it all. Like, it's all right there in front of us. We've definitely been working hard. I think a lot of this is like, we've been working so hard for the things we want and trying to like upgrade life. And you're going to see that you've done the things, and now certain things might be showing up that they don't fit for that higher level, or they don't fit for like getting the best. And then that's where like you got to be honest and like okay with the truth of the matter, and really transform life by leveling things out and keep going for the ultimate, satisfaction in this physical world. I think that it's there. It's just like, it's very dependent today and tomorrow really with this moon in Libra, that it's like the people in your life, are they really part of that higher caliber of life? And if they're not, they're probably, we'll see what comes out next. But 3 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, it's almost like we can't just, we're not in a place right now of like a ton of expansion. It's like what's shown up already has shown up, and let's focus on what's close to us. Let's focus on the things that are actually, able to be created, and we can want to go on this wild adventure and like, gosh, but is the most important stuff what's actually close to home and close to you right now. And the Ace of Cups in reverse. Yeah. You know, this card's pretty funny. It's a big bottle of wine. I think we all are ready for some satisfaction and to see that work pay off. And I think that it's there. I think that it's just clear like what's in order and what's not today. And, you know, to really purify and balance that out, I think you can find where this great new journey's going. But there's like a little bit of confliction with the truth right now and the fact of the matter. And you got to kind of just pay attention to that and see where that journey goes without looking or imagining something, outlandish, but like what's actually realistic right now. I feel like that's where, if we're focused on the realistic things we can get in alignment with, there's a lot to gain there. But it's like we got to stop, getting too wide open, and get back and like consolidate to the transformation, consolidate to your power and where that's taking you. I love you all very much. Hope you have a beautiful Wednesday, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Much love. Peace.